So guys, this is an SMPS power supply, which is your mobile charger. This mobile charger is rated at 5 volts DC. Let's see the output of this mobile charger, which should be 5 volts DC. You can see I have connected the mobile charger to power supply, and you can see the reading. It is reading 9.52 volts instead of 5 volts. Now there is this component here which we call the optocoupler, and this is in the feedback circuit of the SMPS power supply. You can see this is in a diode, the resistors, and this optocoupler. Now what happens when the optocoupler is faulty? Your SMPS power supply will not be able to maintain a constant output, and the voltage will be much higher. Like I'm going to show you here, you can see this is now the SMPS power supply. Here the output 5 volts. You can see it is being scaled by these resistors and then being fed to the diode side of this optocoupler. And when the diode light lights, it opens this phototransistor, and hence there is a signal in this pin which is monitoring the output. So this condition, we call it an open loop. This is called an open loop fault, because when the optocoupler is faulty, the fraction of the output is not being fed to the input, so that the PWM controller can adjust its duty cycle, which enables the SMPS power supply to maintain a constant output. Now let's replace the component and see. Replace this optocoupler and see. Now I'm going to replace it with a new optocoupler and see. I'm going to replace it with a new optocoupler like this. Let's solder. Now let's solder the new optocoupler. Now let's measure the output voltage after replacing the optocoupler with a new one. So guys, after testing my power supply, I have noticed that it is not outputting 5 volts after changing the optocoupler, but I have identified a problem where, if you look at this, neutral to the supply is okay, the live to the supply is okay, but this live, there was a resistor linking this terminal and this terminal, which was linking the power from the live of the supply to this terminal so that it can enter the full bridge rectifier here. As you can see, this power at the live cannot go beyond here because there's no electrical connection between where we have connected the supply and where the bridge is. So we are going to replace this resistor with a 1K resistor, which I'm going to connect it there and use it to link the power to my bridge, and now see if our power supply will output 5 volts after changing the optocoupler. So let's test. Now I have soldered the resistor there. I'm going to test if there is 5 volts at the output, or it is going to blow us up. You can see now there is 5 volts at the output. Now it is outputting 5 volts.